Team Plus or Bust. What we got for you today is the September format of Bubble Beat. This is a pretty different, well, not very different, it's different than what you expect in Bubble Beat. There's a few changes in here that I think will make the deck better in this format, or just take advantage of it. Starting off, of course, we have 3 Alias. Alias makes a lot of fusions live. It makes Hero Blast live and Gemspark. So just great cards to have. Plus they're 1900 beaters and they're light, which means they're a target for Honest. And the main card of the deck, you can't have it without it. Bowman. Bowman's fantastic. He makes it so you can get Ab-Zero, Eyesight, and Mash Change so I can target Acid. Acid is a great card to have, and his effect's pretty good, so spell summon from your hand if he's on the card. And if you ever top deck him, you have nothing in your field, nothing in your hand, you get to draw 2 cards. So it's just pretty good all around. Next cards I got is 2 Photon Thrashers. He's really good because he's pretty much a Cyber Dragon, but instead of your opponent having to have monsters, if you control no monsters, you can summon him. The only downside from him is the fact that you can't attack if he's not the only one in the field. But it's still pretty good. He's 2100 beater. And here's where the deck kind of separates it from other Bubble Beat decks. I run Beast King Barbaros. This is solely for the fact that I main 2 skill drains in the deck, and he's a 3000 beater. Plus, since we're running Miracle Fusions, it'll give you targets for Gaia, and it'll make it really good. And another card that's essential in every hero deck, Stratos. Stratos is the main searcher of the deck. He has a really good secondary effect. He has pretty good attack, and he makes a lot of fusions live. And the last card, I choose to run Honest, because the majority of the fusions you're going to run, like the Shining, the Shining's pretty much the only one, but still, Shining, Alias, Photon Thrashers, they're all targets for that. Alright, that's the end of the monsters. Going into magics. Of course, we have 3 Miracle Fusions. Miracle Fusion is such a good card at 3. It makes it so your graveyard's never out of play, and it's just, that's all I can say. It makes the deck amazing. 2 E-Call. The main magic search in the deck. It's pretty much a Magic Stratos. 2 Gemspark. You target 1 Gemini monster in the field, destroy it. You target one of your opponent's card in the field, destroy it, and then you get to draw a card. So this is what makes Alias such a good card in the deck, because it's a quick play. So just play whenever, like anything happens on the field, you'll get card advantage. This is kind of the downfall of the format. September format made it so duality is only at 2. Even saying that, I probably wouldn't have ran 3 duality and heroes before, but still at 2 it's an amazing card. It makes the deck a lot more consistent, especially with the fact that you're going to be doing a lot of deck trimming and getting cards down. I main 1 Super Poly and I side in 1 Super Poly. This really all depends on like what I'm playing. Wind-ups, I would definitely put in a second one. Dino Rabbits, put in a second one because you can target everything. But Super Poly's amazing. You tribute a card on your field and your opponent's field, and you discard a card, and you get to summon a fusion monster with the correct attributes. Another search card, Rhoda. Pretty self-explanatory, just search out a warrior. Pretty much the entire deck is warrior, except for Barbaros. Made 2 MSTs for destruction power. And this is just the rest of the staples. Dark Hole, Monster Born, Heavy Storm. Pretty standard. Alright, that's it for Magic. Going into traps. I run 2 Torrential Tribute. If you're not running 2 Torrentials in this format, you need to put in a second one. It's too good to only have 1. 2 Bottomless. There's a lot of monsters with high attack that need to get stopped in the field. It's a pretty good card. And I main 2 Skill Drains. Skill Drain is just, it's really good. It makes it so Barbaros is like amazing, and Photon Thrasher, because he's a 2100 beat stick, and without his effect, you can just keep attacking with him without any restrictions. I only run 2 Solemn Warning. I choose not to run Solemn Judgment. I know that's a weird call, but I don't want to be stuck paying half my life points first turn. I feel safer just paying 2,000. I know it's kind of a downfall in the end, but that's just how I like to run this deck. 2 Hero Blasts. Just gives it a target with Alias. Get Alias back in your hand, and since Alias has 1900 attack, it'll destroy all the basic monsters. Get rid of Spirit Reaper. Get rid of Rescue Rabbit. Get rid of one of the Exceed counters, or not counters, attached to Zen Mains, and you get Alias back to your hand. I only run 1 D-Priz. I'm probably going to run 2, depending on how this deck functions at the regional. I run 1 Mirror Force. I know it's a 2 in this format, but I only feel comfortable running 1 because I feel like they can clog, because they can just get destroyed really easily. And I main 1 Starlight Road, just because there's a lot of destruction. That's it for the main deck. Going into my extra deck and all the fusions that you have to look forward to. 2 Shinings. Probably going to run 3. I just feel safe with 2 right now. Shining is pretty much your main target with what you're going to get with Miracle Fusion, because over like 80% of the deck is light. Its effect is you get 300 for each E-Hero that's removed from play, and when he is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can get back the E-Hero monsters, or the 2 targets E-Hero monsters that you used in order to summon it. 2 Escurado. Great card in this format. It came out recently. It makes Sewer Poly so much better, because that was the problem with Sewer Poly before. There weren't any targets for Dark that you could summon, so this just makes it so no matter what, there's always a target with Sewer Poly. 1 Vision Hero. I use this because you can get over Spirit Reaper because it's a target effect, so when this guy comes out, he uses effect, and Spirit Reaper's just gone. 1 Nova Master. This will pretty much get rid of Wind-Ups and Dino Rabbit. Absolute Zero. An amazing card. When he's sent to the graveyard or removed from the field at all, you destroy all your opponent's monsters. And plus he gets 500 for each water monster on the field or up. So that makes it so Bulbaman gives him a little bit of boost. Plus, if you run mash changes, which I side in 1 mash change sometimes, because if you use mash change on him, his effect will still resolve, so you destroy all your opponent's monsters, and then when Acid comes out, you destroy your opponent's back row. So you clear their entire field in 1 swoop. 1 Gaia. Gaia is a really good card. You absorb attack, monsters, and he gives it a target for Barbaros with Sewer Poly and Miracle Fusion. 1 Great Tornado. Pretty good card. You can use it to target with Stratos when you have Miracle Fusion and really nothing else. Acid Hero, or Masked Hero Acid, card I was explaining. When he is fusion summoned, you can destroy your opponent's back row, and if you do, your opponent's monsters lose 300 attack when you activate that effect. Going into Exceed monsters, I run 2 Heroic Champion Excaliburs because it's so easy to get him off and do major damage. It won't be a problem doing 4,000 damage, because with Photon Thrasher, you can summon Photon Thrasher, and then all the monsters in the deck are pretty much warrior. So you special summon Photon Thrasher, summon Bulbaman, or you summon Alias, Exceed into this, and it's just such a good card. His effect is you remove both of the materials from this, and his attack doubles. So he's a 4,000 attacker beat stick, and he's going to do major damage. And it lasts for your opponent's turn too, so they won't be able to attack over it unless they have Honest or Forbidden Lance, and they can somehow get over that. The other Exceed monsters I have is Utopia and Blade Armor Ninja. I'm probably going to run a 2nd Blade Armor Ninja because he's just such a good card. because you can attack twice, and like I said before, all the monsters in the deck are pretty much warrior, and it won't be a problem getting it out. And the last card is, of course, Stardust Dragon. You gotta have her Starlight Road, obviously, and it just keeps the game in check. It's always a good card to have. Okay, that's finished with everything else. I'm going to run through my side deck real quick. What I got right now is DD Crow, stops and plays, definitely hurt Dark World, because I feel like Dark World's going to come back in this format just because the game slowed down a lot, and Dark World will have a better chance. 2 Trap Eaters, it'll get over World of Kree, or Macrocosmos, or in some cases, if you're not running like a anti-meta deck, it'll get over Skill Drain. 1 Cyber Dragon. People usually run 1 or 2 Cyber Dragons just because wind-ups, they can swarm the field so fast, and pretty much every deck they're going to have field presence, so this is a good card to have. Of course, Gore is a good card to have in side deck. Snowman Eater, good for destruction. It's a bluff, 1900 defense, so it's just good all around. That's it for the monsters. Now I'm going into magics. 1 MST, so if I side in, I'll have 3 in my deck. Just really good for destruction, getting over really thick back rows if you're worried about it. Another Super Poly. Depending on what deck I'd play, wind-ups, I would definitely side this in. Dino Rabbits, side this in. It's a great card to have. Soul Taker, incredibly good card. It'll change the game in a turn. So, just if your opponent has a giant monster on the field, they gain 1,000 and you destroy it. It's a really good card. Obviously, World of Kree. I might not side deck it or put it in my deck since I run Skill Drain. It's all circumstance. I run Macrocosmos. It's just a really good thing to have. It won't really affect me all that much. Miracle Fusion will get shut down a little bit, but it really depends on what deck I'm playing. I'm just going to go through the last 3. Shadow, Imprisoning Mirror, Chain Disappearance, and Mirror Votes. Chain Disappearance just to get rid of Tour Guide, obviously. Mirror Votes. Just get rid of cards that get special summoned in the deck. And Shadow, Imprisoning Mirror just to get rid of Dark Worlds, and other decks. That's it for me. This has been Hero Bubblebeat. Deck profile, please like, subscribe, comment. We have a Twitter called Team Puzzle Bust. Find us on there. Shoot us ideas. And that's all for us. Alright, thanks for watching.